We cannot save them all, but we will save the ones we can. This is what rescuers have to deal with on a daily basis. All these dogs have been rescued and are now safe, but as you can see, it is an ongoing thing. There is no break from the horrible truth when you are involved in rescue work. Every day, there are new dogs who need your help. The ones who are rescued need daily care, some even very intensive care, but in the meantime, you also want to help the ones that are still on the streets or being abused by their so-called owners. When you hear about a mother with very young pups being abandoned in a garden by the owner, you don't say, well, maybe tomorrow. No, you jump in your car and make the time to go get them, even if it means putting your own life in danger because the owner don't want you to take them. Oftentimes, rescuers don't have a professional job and no subsidy from the government to help with the costs. They are completely dependent on donations by wonderful people who wants to help. To pay an owner to save the dog always feels wrong, but if that is the only way to save the dog, you just pay them the lowest amount they are okay with, even if that means that there is no food on the table for yourself. And if you have saved these ones, and an hour later you got called that there is a litter of pups found on the side of the road, you jump back in your car and go get them. As said, it is an ongoing thing, but every rescuer has only one goal in their lives: saving the ones you can. Very often, we as rescuers have to deal with the grief of losing one of our beloved rescue dogs. It is an awful feeling when you spend so much time trying to bottle feed a puppy, and suddenly they take a turn for the worse and pass away in your arms. Their life didn't even begin, and then it already ended. Or when you did everything, together with the vet, to save a dog that was so badly beaten by someone, but nothing can save them, so you have to do the last act of love for them and put them to sleep. There is always an amount of grief in the hearts of rescuers because of the ones we couldn't save. But besides all the pain and grief, there is also the very loving, happy feeling when you see the ones you saved getting the chance to have a future. Seeing puppies get through that very hard first stage and starting to play, grow, and develop, or seeing a dog that was on the edge of passing away, starting to heal and walking around while wagging their tail, that is what keeps you going. When you are lucky, you get help from people with a very big heart, just like you, and they voluntarily are willing to spend their time to help taking care of the dogs. Some rescuers are lucky enough to work together with an organization that will help putting the dogs up for adoption or trying to have projects to build a better place for your dogs. Oftentimes, these organizations will also try to get donations to help you with all the costs. Not every rescuer gets so lucky, and unfortunately, there are a lot of rescuers dealing with everything on their own. If you would like to help a rescue, you can always look around on internet for a rescue nearby and ask them if they need help. It will not always be butterflies and rainbows, but your help will be more than very much appreciated. When you are a rescuer and in need of help, you can always seek help on one of the social media platforms. Make a public message explaining what you're doing, what help you need, and ask people to share your message. There are wonderful projects all over the world trying to help rescuers. Of course, always be careful for scammers. Even in the rescue world, we see bad people who oftentimes ask for donations to put it in their own pocket. A very sad and sickening thing when you think about all the horror that is going on in the animal world. And for the people that are looking to give a dog a loving home, a dog that didn't have a future until he or she got saved, please look around in your area for a rescue or shelter. Without adoptive families, we could not do what we do. Without people that are willing to give a rescue dog a home, there wouldn't be place to keep saving the ones that are still in need of saving. It will not always be easy. Some dogs are still scared, needing time to adjust to living in a house, or needing time to even learn that you will not hurt them. But once they get that time, patience and love from you, you will have a very thankful friend. Rescue dogs are one of the most thankful dogs you can imagine. Their lives didn't start how it's supposed to be, but we can make the rest of their lives what they once dreamed of.